and you had, a lot of experience in data science before then. And since you've come on, there's been a lot of change in artificial intelligence.
Sure.
It's been super exciting. And so tell us a little bit about the process that you go through in order to determine what the correct harmonized code is based on the description that you're given. And that description, by the way, can depend on, sometimes there's two descriptions. We are most of the times dealing with the e-commerce description, I would say. That's probably more regular, but we also, actually, I don't know if it's up, maybe it's split, but we also do a ton of what was actually put on the commercial invoice or the declaration.
Yes.
So both of which are two totally different types of description. So dive in,
Sure.
tell me about artificial intelligence, and how it helps solve this problem.
Sure. So let me just make sure we all understand the magnitude of the problem. So we talked about over 5,500 roughly subheadings, right, that you might want to classify this to. There's country-specific codes, and those country-specific codes change nearly every day. So we acquire data as to how these countries have changed it from first-party, third-party data sources, but nearly every day, at least one country is saying, you know what, we know we used to care about this for this particular subheading, we don't, and we care about this other thing to divide up that.
So is that in the form of adding and removing HS codes?
Adding, removing, changing.
They can do it at any time. Unlike the 6-digit universal that gets changed once every 5 years.
Yeah.
This is highly dynamic by country, happening on a daily basis.
Right. And so that influences dramatically the ways in which you can go about solving this problem. And so there's maybe two traditional ways of trying to solve a problem like this. There's one where you might try to build, in the traditional sense, a classifier. That is to say, you build something that assigns it a label, and those labels are generally static, known ahead of time, and you have lots of examples of things that are with that label. And so, you see this with actually the first machine learning tool algorithm is all analog, and it was used to differentiate between a square and a circle. And they had lights that would shine on a screen, right? And it would either be a square or a circle, and they would change. They would tell the machine this is a square, and they would manually tune knobs, literal knobs of gain on each one of those photo sensors